Schools are expected to release the results of a long-awaited audit. The school board ordered the review last year after the former superintendent resigned under federal indictment for alleged financial crimes committed in his previous district. Atlanta News First investigative reporter Andy Parati obtained spending records ahead of that audit.
They show the district spent tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars on his travel across the country.
So this is our March 9th, 2026 executive session, work session, community input session, and business meeting.
Over the past few months, DeKalb County residents have let their school board have it.
You need to resign.
You are supposed to be a voice for the taxpayers, in case you have forgotten.
Including educators.
Teachers should not have to deal with principals who don't know their jobs.
Many frustrated with the district's former superintendent, Dr. Horton, who resigned in October following a federal grand jury indictment. He's accused of participating in a multi-year scheme to defraud his former Illinois school district by allegedly steering district contracts to friends in return for kickbacks, charges he denies in court records. One frustrated parent,
my name is Tiffany Waters,
did not hold back.
For more than a decade, the story of this school district has been defined by instability.
I think that we have a cycle of poor leadership by the DeKalb board that's putting us into a position where we can't really dig out of the hole.
After Horton's departure, the board ordered an audit, and while that review is still underway, Atlanta News First Investigates obtained hundreds of documents related to purchases Dr. Horton made while head of the district. It reveals the district paid tens of thousands of dollars to allow him to crisscross the country to attend conferences, seminars, and meetings, including New Orleans, Los Angeles, and Washington, D.C. In all, Dr. Horton attended at least 23 conferences, costing taxpayers more than $34,000, according to district documents. He spent 73 days attending them. That's more than 2 months away from the district during his 2 years. All of it legal and in line with his contract at the time. What's your reaction to these numbers?
I think that it's concerning that we don't have anything to butt it up against to understand if it's within boundaries, because there are no boundaries on what he can spend. Arlington, Boston, Chicago, Henderson, Phoenix, San Diego. I just don't know what value he's bringing back to us from any of these conferences.
One of those conferences included the National Alliance of Black School Educators, held closer to the district here at the Glen Hotel in downtown Atlanta. According to district records, he spent more than $6,000 hosting a superintendent roundtable cocktail reception that included crab cakes, sliders, and spring rolls.
I don't understand what value that would bring back to the county. A cocktail reception with alcohol sounds a little bit potentially, especially under his current circumstances, mischievous. So I wouldn't jump to trust that it was bearing any fruit for the county.
Atlanta News First Investigates reached out to Dr. Horton about the expenses. He didn't respond.
Our meeting is now called to order.
Chairwoman Allison Gevertz also declined interview requests, but she did send us this email writing, during conference attendance, the former superintendent remained actively engaged in district operations, such as conducting meetings. Physical location does not limit responsibility or accessibility required in this role.
What a great way to start the meeting!
When we asked her whether the board should make changes moving forward, she wrote, while the board has not discussed this issue formally, it could be something we consider with future leaders if it is deemed necessary. What do you think about her reaction?
It seemed disingenuous. It didn't seem like it was something she had written herself. It seemed like something she wanted to just put out to say that she had responded. And it, again, reiterated that there are no boundaries on spending.
DeKalb County isn't the only district spending thousands for its superintendents to attend conferences. We requested records from the Atlanta and Gwinnett County school districts for the same records around the same time periods. Take a look. Atlanta's former superintendent spent about $2,000, While Gannett's former superintendent spent more than $30,000 also flying from coast to coast away from the district. Dr. Horton's criminal trial is scheduled for October. We've posted more details about all the superintendent's spending in this story on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. Andy Parati, Atlanta News First investigates.
And you can go behind the investigation with us. Uncovered by A&F Investigates brings you candid conversations about the stories that matter. This Sunday, only at 7 p.m., only on Atlanta News First.